In this video, I, Tyler Nordstrom, and my partner, Abel Logue, will discuss the average American's carbon footprint. We will cover many topics, including what is your carbon footprint, what contributes towards your carbon footprint, and how you can lower your carbon footprint to cause a better impact on the environment. Your carbon footprint is the amount of greenhouse gases you emit to the atmosphere. The most of these gases is carbon dioxide. Your carbon footprint serves as a measure of your impact on the environment. Once you understand it, you can take steps to reduce it, to slow global warming, and appreciate the planet that we live on. The leading contributor to your carbon footprint is transportation. Most Americans rely on personal vehicles for their daily commutes, errands, and general travel. Every 1 gallon of gasoline burned in a combustion engine releases about 20 pounds of carbon dioxide into the atmosphere. Energy consumption is another large contributor to your carbon footprint. Most Americans get their energy from burning fossil fuels like coal and natural gas. We use these gases to create electricity, power our homes, workspaces, and other general appliances. Perhaps the biggest energy consumer is keeping our homes warm in the winter and cold in the summer. The next contributor we will cover is, believe it or not, food consumption. The production and transportation of meat and dairy products requires large amounts of energy and emits a lot of greenhouse gases. Although it is necessary, agriculture can contribute as well by leading to deforestation, methane emissions, and lots of other environmental issues. The last contributor we will discuss is waste generation. Most Americans consume large amounts of paper, plastic, and organic matter that's often sent to landfills. While sitting in these landfills, the waste decomposes and releases methane, a potent greenhouse gas. The last slide I will cover is some fun facts about carbon dioxide emissions. The first fact is that some of the carbon in the atmosphere today was released from plants and animals that lived millions of years ago. Another significant contributor to carbon dioxide emissions is phytoplankton, regardless of their small size. The last fact is that peatland store more carbon than any other ecosystems, including forests. The next portion of our slideshow will discuss action you can take to lower your carbon footprint and cause a positive impact on the planet we call home.
Thanks, Tyler. To understand how we can lower our carbon footprint, we first need to understand the gravity of the situation. The U.S.'s CO2 emissions are among the highest in the world. While this is an intimidating fact, it also means that we have the most room to improve. To do this, we must take individual and systemic approaches to lowering America's carbon footprint. Voting is a great means for promoting systemic change and has long since been the most viable way to force legislative action. By voting on regional, state, and national levels for politicians who promise to cut back on our emissions, you can help to lower our nation's carbon footprint. The most direct way, however, to lower our country's carbon footprint is to take individual action and lower your own personal carbon footprint. Some realistic ways to lower your personal emissions are to reduce waste, especially food waste, to recycle whenever possible, to opt for sustainable energy or natural gas for heating and electricity, and to avoid the use of gas vehicles. Instead, it's best to walk, bike, or use public transport. While the problem of the U.S.'s carbon footprint is a daunting one, change is possible. By lowering our personal carbon footprints and voting for change, we can drastically reduce America's carbon footprint.